And my first round had two data structure algorithm question. One was based on stack and another question was based on string. Both of them were like lead code medium. Then in my second round of interview, there were again two data structure algorithm question. One was from dynamic programming and one was from backtracking. So these were the two questions. Then in third round, I was expecting a data structure round, but it went to be a low level design round.
Hi everyone. Good evening. How are you all? I'm Dhwani from GeeksforGeeks and I will be the host for today's session. And if I'm perfectly audible and visible, kindly give a thumbs up in the chat. That's great. Thank you. So for today's session, we have a very special guest with us. I'm really happy to welcome Amit. Hi Amit.
Hey, hi. Thank you for welcoming me, Dhwani. I hope everyone is fine and glad to have this session.
That's great to hear. So how are you today?
I'm doing excellent, and I hope our audience are also doing the same. And yes.
Right. So I would like to take up this moment to welcome you, Amit, and to welcome you to introduce yourself.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Myself Amit Kumar. So, I have graduated from Delhi College of Engineering from the branch Software Engineering in 2020 batch. Yes, COVID batch, you can say it. Then after my college, I got placement campus offer from Samsung, and I joined Samsung after that. So now I have a total experience of 2 years, and currently I am part of Microsoft India as a Edge browser software backend engineer. So currently I'm working at Microsoft, and I have offers from many big MNCs like PayPal, Amazon, many other companies also. And I am also a Geeks for Geeks instructor for data structures batch. So I take a batch for data structures on Geeks for Geeks, and I do coding on various platforms. I have done and solved around 700 plus questions on lead code. And apart from it, I'm good at coding and everything, and guiding, mentoring, and everything.
That's great to hear. I mean, your profile speaks for itself. I mean, that's really great. So,
Thank you.
Amit, you were telling us about the various offers you have, and I mean, you must have researched a lot for all those offers and applied at different places. So, can you tell us about the various opportunities for entry level engineers at Microsoft?
See, yes, actually, this is one of the best time to be a software engineer. Whosoever is a software engineer, he is feeling that now this is the boom time for software engineers in India, actually, because there are multiple vacancies at every big company. For example, Microsoft is scaling up. They are opening new offices in Hyderabad. They are trying to scale up office. Similarly, with Google, Google is opening a very big office in Pune, and they are trying to scale up. For example, earlier if they were having 2000 employees, now they are trying to make that number to 4000. So actually there is a huge and very huge scope for all the candidates who are there in market and are aiming to go into big product based companies. For example, I am very alert about the vacancies. Like for example, if Amazon pays engineer X amount earlier, then now it is actually 2x. And if they were hiring X engineers earlier, they are now hiring 2x engineers. So if a people sit with all the strength, prepare for the DSA thing, and make a proper roadmap and work to become a good software engineer instead of like just reading and learning about the college thing, if he or she like explore the software engineering field, it's very interesting. And if he or she like improves the problem solving skill, I think it is the best time to be a software engineer at India. So yes, talking about the opportunities at Microsoft. So basically, the band is a bit different. There is L59, L60. So yes, there are many opportunities in this field. And as you go more senior, the opportunities becomes more because many people go to foreign to do MS. Many people go to do their startups. So as you go up above in the stairs, it becomes easier to get into these companies. But I would definitely say Like at the entry level also, if you will go through the recruiter's profile, if you will connect with the hiring manager, if you will perform good in the campus placement, then the possibility is very very high nowadays that you will crack it.
Right. So, can you tell us some preparation strategies or the preparation route that you adopted to crack the exams and the interviews?
Okay, so since I am preparing from my college days, if I talk about myself, I was not among the candidate who started preparing for coding in their first year of college. So in my first and second year of college, I didn't even started. I didn't even know how to print Hello World. So I was among those students who were not thinking of sitting into the placement, because earlier I was having a great inspiration to join Indian Army or to do anything else on my own. So I would like to motivate all of you that every one of you can do it, because me myself, if I take my example, I started at the end of third year. I was not able to sit for a single company in the internships because my CGPA was very low, and I don't even know how to print Hello World, if I would say that thing. But yeah, I made a roadmap for me. I sat down. I thought what I can do from here now. I didn't lose the hope. I met with the seniors who are actually doing things. I created an environment with me, which was very motivating. The seniors, the friend, they were very helpful to me. And if you want to do good in life, always surround yourself with the people who actually motivates you, who basically takes you forward. If if you have a good friend circle, if you have people who are actually trying to do something good, they will scale your skill up. If you want to do it on your own, then it will become difficult, because there is even a quote that if you want to go fast, then go alone, but if you want to go long, then have a friend circle. So that's what I did, and I made a very basic thing. I stick to the basic. I didn't go for CP, like competitive programming, what people do. I started first of all with Geeks for Geeks. I started doing the most basic question from breadth first search, like top 20 questions from array, then string, then linked list, covering all the data structures, so that I have an idea of around 9 to 10 data structures in a basic format first. And it took me around 2 months to explore this. Once I found myself that okay, now I have an idea of what data structures are, and it is not that rocket science. Everyone can do it. So then at that time, I sat on myself for 1 week. I created a proper plan with the execution, like okay, now I'll be following the Striver SD sheet, which is there of 180 to 200 question. I started seeing his video because he has explained it very good. Then I went to lead code. I took lead code premium. I basically characterize the questions in terms of Amazon interview questions, Microsoft interview questions, and other tags. And I start completing those questions. So, for example, when I had an interview for Facebook, there's a list of top 75 questions for Facebook. And I found that most of the questions for Facebook were asked from only those questions only. So it's important how much do you study, because if you want to complete everything, the universe will never accept it, because there are around 5,000 questions if you want to complete. But see, you have to make a very smart plan. Okay, what are the most important question? Are those logical question? Is your basic clear? Because if your basic will be clear, you will be able to do different things. So one thing that I would like to tell everyone, that in school what happens, if you have a chapter called differentiation, first a teacher will come, he or she will teach you the chapter formulas, and then you will be asked to solve a problem, right? But when you comes to this coding thing, then what happens? First, a question will be given to you, and you are supposed to solve it. I have never met anyone in life who can directly solve it, because see, you haven't know the concept, you don't know the formula. It's impossible for a person to solve it. So I would say, for starting 100 to 150 questions, first read the concept. It is not a cheating to first go and see the video and then come and solve. It is actually the way. Okay, but after 150 question, if your basic is clear, then never see the video. Then try to solve the question on your own. Take time, it will be solved. And if not solved, then you can go and see the video. So make a proper plan. pick up the very basic questions on first go, because see, it becomes very demotivating that other peoples are moving and you are still stuck in a problem. See, everyone is special. You should know your strength. Try to make a plan as per yourself, but you have to be very consistent in that. And if you are consistent, your plan is good, you are covering all the data structures, you have been gone through all the interview experiences, so it will become very easy after 3 to 4 months. But yeah, initial 3 to 4 months are the key. See, I have noticed you have to do a hard work of 6 months only. Either you do it in first year or do it after 10 years of college, but it's only hard work of basically 6 months. So I would like recommend you to do it as early as possible, because there are many opportunities. As soon as you grab them, you will be the happiest person. So yes.
That's entirely true. I mean, you're saying whatever you're saying, it's like you just encapsulated the whole work smart, not hard thing in that. I mean, it
Yes,
does not matter how much you're trying if you're not trying effectively. If
true,
you're not
very true.
working to actually achieve a goal, it does not matter how much you keep on working. And consistency is the most important thing. I mean, whenever I talk to people about interview experiences, they always tell me this one thing: consistency is the most important. So
True,
that's
very
that. I mean, that kind of knowledge comes from experience, and as you have a lot of experience, I mean, it's really great to hear you saying all this. So, Amit, can you tell us about your personal experience as to how it felt when you went through all those campus placements and then you went through all those interviews?
Okay. Well, if I talk about campus placement, so it was not that easy for me, because my coding skill was on the learning path. So I was learning daily, daily, and daily. So I was not fully prepared when the placement season started, because I started late. So I would request you to not do the same thing, because it is like same like the Mountain Dew ad. So do it before. That is, don't take the risk, because the companies are very limited, and if you are getting an opportunity, try to get maximum out of it. So I sat for around 17 companies, if I remember, and I got rejected by everyone, day by day by day by day. So it became very demotivating for me, because my friends were getting selected, many people were like getting their dream job, and I was not even able to clear those interview questions, or was getting failed by any other interviewer due to some other reasons. So yeah, it was very demotivating for me at the initial stance. But see, there is actually a line that if we cross that line, you will become star and people will look you with a different view. But if you don't cross that line, you are the same person, you haven't changed, but the people will see you as a failure. So I would say you to be motivated, understand yourself, because you are the person who will be like holding yourself whenever a failure comes. So yes, initially for campus placement, it was not that good. But yeah, then I cracked Samsung, and the day I cracked Samsung, everyone's view related to me changed, because see, if success happens, everyone like look at you. So yeah, it was very hard work that I did. I put a lot of time, because it was the ending time, and I knew if I will not be able to do it right now, then it will become very difficult. But then when I got the offer from Samsung, I didn't settle it down, because at that time I was learning. So I didn't stop that learning. I just kept it going. So if at that time I was like 10%, so now I can see that I am like very much above that now, because at daily basis I did coding practices. I made new friends who were participating in hackathons. So we participated in hackathon. At that time, I was not doing what the company work will be. So when I came to the company, I realized that it is something different what we are told in the college time. So when I came to Samsung, see, the work is very pleasant. Everyone is very good in the company. They will push you like nothing else, because they also want you to do work. So it is not any school college thing. They will help you in everything. Even if you will ask like why 1 plus 2 is 3, they will be happy to tell you many times, because it's their duty. And at Samsung, people were very helpful. I would say that I'm in Samsung. So I'm in currently at Microsoft. So one of my senior from Samsung shifted to Microsoft, and he was the one who told me that yeah, you have a vacancy in Microsoft and you can try it out. So people in corporate are that much helpful. If you get some good seniors. So always try to surround with them. So in Samsung, my work experience was very good. I delivered one project. It was actually a feature type of thing. So it was very good. And apart from that, like Samsung also applies for SWC test, software proficiency test. So it also helped me to build the fundamentals. And then, yeah, in Microsoft also the team is very helpful. The project that I am doing is actually impacting billions of people because it is on the browser technology. So every day I solve problem, and whenever I fix that problem, the problem seems like it's a very big problem, but people do help me a lot. They set a path for me. You can reach out to them anytime. Either it's a personal matter, either it's a professional matter. And even the manager, talking to a manager would not feel like he is a manager. You will feel like, yeah, he is a mentor, and you can freely ask anything. Because sometimes a fresher thinks that in college, after college in company, you have to do coding for 10 to 12 hours. It will be very difficult. It will be DS algo. It will be very hard thing. But like, trust me, it is not. I have also gone through the same phase. It's very different thing. They will give you time to get adjust to things, and yeah, you will enjoy it.
That's right. I mean, if you're able to work and not able to network about that work, that really builds up on the pressure. So, being able to network is one of the most important, like communication skills, I believe, are one of the most important aspect of a professional behavior.
True.
So, according to you, what was the most difficult and overwhelming part of your journey, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, if I talk about the most difficult part, it was the starting of coding journey. Because once you start it, you don't have a path. You don't have a feeling whether I'm doing the things right or wrong. Because like there is no one to judge you because you are doing it for first time. And you don't have any idea whether I am on the right path or not. But once you pick up this thing for continuously 3 months, then it becomes easier for you. And that is the time when you will never look back. So I would say in coding journey, whenever you are learning a data structure and algorithm, starting 3 months are the very critical period. It's not that I started in third year. I would say I would like I have attempted to try it in second year also, but I failed because at that time I didn't found that kind of motivation in me that okay, I can do it. I can try to manage it because once I started doing it, there was a hype around me that it is only meant for very extraordinary person. You have to put this time and you have to solve question from that platform only, then you will be able to crack a company. If we meet to people who are actually placed in very big companies like Fang, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, so there was a very great hype so that they study for 18 hours a day. They are superhuman, they can code up everything. But when we realized it after some time, after doing 3 months of coding continuously, then me on my own understood that it is not a hype, just people have created it for their own sake. It is not that thing, I would say. And if your basic is clear, your fundamentals are clear, I would say it again and again, then no one can like shake you if your fundamental is good. Because even I was applying for Google reached out to me, I would say. Even if I started late, then also like a big company like Google reached out to me directly. I never applied to Google, but they called me and they even didn't took my online test. They directly called me for the interviews. But now since they have a freeze for that team, so I'll be moving forward in next few months also. It might be, but now I'll not be moving forward because now I am happy at Microsoft. But see, these things are not as big as they are being taught in few first year of college. So yes, at the starting of learning data structure and algorithm, it will be very difficult because see, it is a very new technique that will be taught. If you talk about like mathematics, it's very convenient because we have been like learning it since our childhood. But programming is a very different domain, and when you will go into it, you will have various kind of thought in your mind. And those thoughts will be like how to escape these things, because they're starting if something is difficult, our mind asks us to skip it, right? So that happens when you start doing it, because at starting it's a very different field, so it seems like it's difficult. But at that time you have to stay motivated, you have to not give up. And once you will keep on doing it for continuously 2 months, the things will be in your favor. And yes, for me also, starting 3 months were the most difficult time. And yeah, I managed it by having a very good circle who always pushed me to be continuous. Even if I used to fail, I used to not give that much time. So what I did, I was having one of my very good seniors, I would not name him. So whenever I go to sleep after a whole day, I used to write him a WhatsApp message, and in that WhatsApp message I used to write the number of questions that I did. So whenever I haven't did done any question in that particular day, then it felt me very bad, then okay, yeah, that he is trusting on me that much and I'm not able to do that. So that helped me a lot to track my progress and to push my limits also. So it's always good to have people who understand you, motivates you, and keep you going. So yeah.
Right. So, can you tell us about the various sources you used for studying and preparing, and which websites and blogs did you refer for finding the job opportunities?
Okay. So for preparing, I would say Geeks for Geeks and Lead Code are the best sources. If you get the basic clear from Geeks for Geeks, and if you attend around 300 to 400 questions on Lead Code, and these questions like not in random manner, top 100 frequently asked question, blind 75 question, top 100 frequently interview by some tag and some other things. So if you complete around 300 to 400 questions from lead code, and you read about blogs from Geeks for Geeks, if you are not able to solve, because it is very well explained at Geeks for Geeks, with how to write it brute force solution, then how to optimize it, how to optimize in terms of space and time complexity. So I would say these two resources are very good. Apart from it, I would like to appreciate Striver also, because I have used his resources also, and his videos are also very helpful. And the SD sheet created by him is also very short and crisp. It doesn't contain the duplicate question or very tough questions. They are actually the basic building questions, and yeah, we can try to manage them. So I would say Geeks for Geeks, lead code questions, and Striver SD sheet with his well explained video. These three things are very sufficient. Apart from it, you should always have a profile on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very good platform. It will make you meet many people who are actually inspiration for you. You can directly ping them, and most probably, if you will ping five of them, two of them will reply. And if you are looking for any opportunity, go and directly find the recruiter of that company. Search the company name, for example, Google, and search hiring. So all the managers who are hiring, the recruiters who are hiring will be listed down, and just connect to them and ping them, and don't say just hi, hello, hi. So write down a proper formal message to them that hi, how you are doing well. Then your description about college and coding profile, then your coding skills above it, then your ratings, then your resume, and ask them very politely that if you have any opening, please let me know, even today or in future also. So what happens, like, because if you are getting connected with these peoples, then your possibility of getting an interview will increase, because they're also looking for people. And if you directly reach out to them on LinkedIn, it becomes easier for them also, and your network also improves. So if you will keep on doing this for 3 to 4 months, down the line you will understand that now I have a connections in different companies, and now I can keep on like applying and do the things. So yes, for resources, Geeks for Geeks, Lead Code, and Striver SD sheet is very good. And for applying, LinkedIn is the best thing. Or if you know some seniors from a company, then referral will also work.
Right. So, you said that a peer group matters a lot when you're preparing for something, or the state of your mind really depends on it. So, what
True.
was the thing that kept you motivated throughout your journey?
See, since I was very late, so it was like a foundation to me that I have to do it very early. Because if I'll not do it, then it might be that I would not get a placement. And placement is very necessary if you are doing your BTech, and that too from a very good college. Since DTU is a very good college and most of the companies do visit it. Earlier, my plans were different. So, okay, it was a different thing. But when I have like started thing, it's very important that I finish it out, because it's a habit. Like if you have a habit of doing things perfectly, if you know your strength and evaluate yourself on what you have done, so you're basically, you can lie to others but you can never lie to yourself. So I never lied to myself, and I always created a like line that now I am here, next day I am here. So I always track myself, and when I saw that I am improving day by day, then the result doesn't matter to me. I was just looking to the process, and in between just improving my process, I found that the result already like started coming into my way. So I basically focused more on the process, I would say, than the result. Because I was very late, I would have started earlier, then my focus would be on the result. Like I have prepared, let's see what happens. But since I was in a learning phase, my whole experience was very different for campus placement. But yeah, once I like joined Samsung, then the exposure was very different. I found many people. It was very positive atmosphere. People were talking, and they were the industry experts. And I saw that people were easily able to do the questions. Now there is no hype around that used to be in college, that this is very difficult and this is that. So the things were very calm down at that time. So at that time, you just need to believe in yourself, be consistent, that's it. Because all other people are on the same level now. Many people who were good than you would have settled now because they're in a good company. But now you have a aim, because you can do many things and you are never late, I would say. Whenever you awake, like whenever you feel that I have that potential, and make you believe that yeah, I can do it, you can do it. So you are never late, and always back your strength, because you are the only one who knows you, right? No one else in the world will know you better than yourself, right? So always believe in you, make a proper roadmap which is actually implementable. Always never lie to yourself, and yeah, believe in me.
That's really great advice. So,
Yes.
can you tell us about the type of questions you were asked in the tech round for Microsoft?
Okay. See, I can't disclose the question actually, but I would say what kind of questions it was. So it was more how lead code medium question, I would say. And see, after online test, see, online test was the toughest part, because it consisted of three questions, and one of them were actually very hard, which took me around 60 to 70% of the time. So that question was very hard to do. But if you manage to like if you have practiced a lot, so you can do it. If I talk about online tests, so yeah, it was that way. And my first round had two data structure algorithm question. One was based on stack, and another question was based on string. Both of them were like lead code medium. Then in my second round of interview, there were again two data structure algorithm question. One was from dynamic programming, and one was from backtracking. So these were the two questions. Then in third round, I was expecting a data structure round, but it went to be a low level design round. So in that round, I was asked like you have to design a meeting, something thing in that thing. So I have to schedule meeting and do the low level design of various aspects. It's just an overview. The question was different, but it was more into like scheduling things. So it was proper low level design question round. So after that, my managerial round happened. It was a very formal talk. It was very good round, and a very basic, I would say, easy question of lead code was asked. Easy to medium, and it was on tree. So these were the rounds, and after that, I had a director round, which was actually a pure discussion based, like how you like did your the project, when was the time. Like it was actually the normal behavioral question that I have to respond at that time based on my live experiences. It is something same as like Amazon principles, that they have 15 principles. It was the almost same round that I had. So yeah, it was that those questions for my Microsoft interview.
Right. So, I guess that's it for the questions that I have. But before we close this conversation, do you have any message for all the people who are out there watching this session or preparing for jobs at good companies?
First of all, you are never late. If you want to start it now. There is no tomorrow, because you might have some reasons to not start. That is very fine. But if you have a reason that now I'm late, I can't start, believe me, you can. I have seen many people who are in Infosys for 10 years and they directly went to Google because they had the courage to start. And if you want to start, get with the people who have already done it. Nothing is difficult. It's just your frame of mind, in which state of mind you are. try to make the things very easy, because see, life is very tough, the thing around ourselves is very tough, but we live very calmly, right? So that's the same thing in professional life also. Try to think everything to solve it. Okay, you are never late. Prepare a roadmap which is good for you. Don't copy others. See, because everyone's question sheet in life is different, everyone's question in interview will be different, because your skills are different. So try to make a roadmap which is particularly practical for you. Try to take baby steps. Baby steps are very helpful. Don't try to rush up things that I will complete everything in 1 month. No, things don't work like this. Give time to things. It will take time, but always focus towards the perfection. If you are doing it rightly, if you are doing it perfectly, then yeah, results will always come into your way. Process is important, result is byproduct. So if your process is very honest, if you have honestly put it the effort, and you have honestly completed 300 to 400 questions on lead code, then I haven't seen anyone complaining about that this question was asked by interviewer, and he didn't he do not want to select me, that's why he asked. But if we haven't done that preparation, then it is the word that we say, like, he don't want to select me, that's why he asked me that question. Be honest to yourself, work hard, and make a plan which is more feasible and more practical to you. Never copy others, and believe on the process. Things do happen.
Right. That's really great advice, Amit. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you. I mean, you have motivated me to, like actually get to work, which I might not even have. And it's really great to, it's really great to talk to people who know the process. I mean, you have been through all that grind and you speak from experience. I mean, a lot of students don't meet people who speak from experience. Some people might have it too easy, some people might have it very difficult. So it's really great to talk to you, and I'm sure everybody learned a lot from you. So thank you so much for this session, and thank you so much everyone for joining today. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you very much, Dhwani, for this session, and I like this. Thank you.